The Romantic Road. We invite you to join us on a journey into the past, through the oldest medieval towns in Germany. Delightful villages where time seems to stand still, and where a sense of the past will enchant your imagination. We're going into the heart of Europe, Germany, a land rich in castles and history. A history which is still alive on the Romantic Road. We begin near Frankfurt in the city of Würzburg, going on to charming Rothenburg, then to lovely Dinkelsbühl. Nördling is next, followed by 2,000-year-old Augsburg. Our last visit is to Füssen, with the Alps close enough to touch. Fortresses, churches and other impressive buildings create wonderful views, best seen from one of the many towers in each town. The good spirits of the past are still living and become apparent in the historical architecture, art and tradition of the past 2,000 years. Explore the walkways, and history will unfold and surround you. Würzburg, Bishop's city for over 1,200 years, is our jeweled passageway to the Romantic Road. And these radiant impressions will accompany you throughout your entire Romantic Road journey. Shopping in the area of beautiful churches. Your discoveries will have no end. Fountains, town buildings, the weekly market in the church plaza, all hold the splendor of the past, and yet all are part of today's lifestyle. Called the Castle over all castles, the bishop's residence was built in 1720, and its gardens are indeed royal, art and nature in harmony. From Würzburg we travel on, and this route to Rothenburg brings us through one of the most famous wine regions in Germany, Franconia, with picturesque villages all along the way. You'll find wine tasting is especially enjoyable here. The German Gemütlichkeit, or homey feeling, is easily found in an age-old wine cellar for an evening of Frankenwein and sausage.
Zu mir bitte, ich kann auch mit Messer und Gabel umgehen. Viele Grüße an Chicago.
Beautiful towers and massive walls rise above this town that's rightly called the gem of the Middle Ages. Built on a high hill above the Tauber River in the 12th century, Rothenburg ob der Tauber once had 155 square miles of land with 164 villages under its protection. The walls guard the town itself, completely surrounding and enclosing it. Even today, these walls serve as protection, preserving the authentic structure of the town. The walkways along the top of the wall not only provide a pleasing view, but once made it possible to keep a watch on the territory around Rothenburg. However, should some unfriendly visitors happen to make it to this entrance, the people of Rothenburg had a special way of welcoming them, boiling oil pouring through the mouth of this stone face. But not to worry. The protection of the past now provides a charming sight for today. Once you enter through one of the stone doorways, you're immediately plunged into the Middle Ages. Explore the streetways, and your discoveries will amaze you. St. George's Fountain, built in the 15th century, depicts the well-known fable of dragon slaying. St. Jacob's Church lies in the center of Rothenburg, and as in all other villages, it's the focal point of the town. The construction of this magnificent church took nearly 200 years, and many historical art styles are represented. Through the stone archway of the church and over the cobblestone streets, you can wander, gathering impressions as you go. On the marketplace, we arrive at the town hall, or Rathaus, as it's called in Germany. In this main square, the open-air markets, festivals and celebrations come together. And here, the story of the master drink is told. In 1631, the mayor, Georg Nusch, saved Rothenburg from destruction by fulfilling a wager with his opponent to swallow 3 1/4 liters of wine in one drink. In doing so, he saved the city, denied the hangman, and became the town hero. Here is the house where Mayor Nusch lived. Today, the Hotel Roter Hahn. The best of wine is served, of course, but we leave the amount to you. A few short steps, and the most comfortable of beds awaits you. Join us now for a bit of the historical shepherd's dance. Since the 14th century, the shepherds have performed this dance in the Rathaus Square as part of their annual festival. On we go to Dinkelsbühl. Dinkelsbühl welcomes you to relax and enjoy its distinctive beauty. The stones of each building bear witness to the history that has passed, and the views from the towers provide new perspectives. Founded in the late 12th century, Dinkelsbühl has one very special story. Swedish troops were invading, and in a moment of panic, a young girl followed by a group of children went to the colonel and pleaded for mercy. The man was so touched that mercy was granted and the town was saved. The Rathaus offers a unique site with its unusual roof design. The garden and courtyard besides it are equally incomparable. This carriage will bring you to one of the nicest half-timbered houses in Germany, the Hotel Deutsches Haus. During the Middle Ages, these half-timbered houses were common, and today they are well preserved and much enjoyed. Take a look inside these buildings. The tales and legends of the land are expressed everywhere. The first sight of Nördlingen is the St. George's Church Tower, Daniel, and the 365 steps to the top are well worth the effort. Life on the ground holds many surprises as well. The bakeries will delight your eyes, and the restaurants will overwhelm your senses. Venison, special dumplings, or a sumptuous serving of knuckle of pork, together with a traditionally brewed beer, make for an unforgettable meal. The inside of this St. George's Church is another treasure to be experienced. Our way now passes along the historical trade and commerce route dating back to the years before Christ. Founded by the Roman Emperor Augustus 2,000 years ago, Augsburg was once one of the world's richest and most important trade cities. Indeed, today it has much to offer. All eras of history, art and culture have left their mark on Augsburg, and the result is a feeling of worldly elegance. The atmosphere you find here has a firm base in the social structure and the monuments left by past generations. These historical elements still elegantly influence Augsburg's city life today. Even with its commercial importance and riches, Augsburg was the first city to establish a housing settlement for its less fortunate residents, the Fuggerei. And today, people still live in these buildings for the same low rent as in the 16th century. Just around the corner, a different view will appear. Built in 1615, the Rathaus is considered the most perfect work of the Augsburg Renaissance, and it holds the most attractive of rooms, the Golden Room, standing 3 stories tall. Certainly, it's the pride of Augsburg. The Hotel am Rathaus. Indulge yourself in the distinguished elegance of traditional Augsburg. The hand of Augustus keeps watch over his city. This fountain is a monument for Augsburg's 1600th anniversary. Each year, Augsburg celebrates its fountains with a special festival. Enjoy yourselves. Whether young or old, King Ludwig II would gladly open his castle doors for these exquisitely dressed people. As we reach the southern end of the romantic road, we come to Neuschwanstein, nestling in the Alps. Built in the late 1800s in the medieval style, Neuschwanstein is a favorite stopping place for tourists from all over the world. The Alps are in view, and the air is fresh as we reach lovely Füssen, our last stop on the romantic road, deep in the land of Bavaria. Since the 13th century, this region has been famous as a place for people to stay, and not only for kings, but also for commoners. You will feel really at home with the friendly hospitality that you find here, whether delighting in the local musicians or staying in a quiet holiday farmhouse. Come and relax in the beauty of nature. Füssen is the right place to round off your impressions of the romantic road.